Oh, rainy days. We really, really need the rain. Bad. My backyard, it looks like a hayfield in August. Back-to-back 80s this weekend. Hey, had the air conditioning going, inside, outside, dog wants in, dog wants out. Enjoy this cool Monday morning. Here comes that rainy day, feeling again. Bum, 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 bum. And by next weekend, it's gonna be 80 again. And the red light's on, and I'm making a donkey out of myself. Come on. Yeah, we're rolling, and keep them doggies rolling, right. We are live on a Monday morning. How's your weekend, Andy? Besides hot, it was hot. Besides that, how was your weekend? Yeah, yep. Being from Detroit, I always look forward to Crusin The Drag. I remember as a kid, they used to cruise Middle Belt. That's kind of like Central here, except its Middle Belt's like miles and miles long. Yeah, but I always look forward to Crusin The Drag. Every year, in case you don't know, the Crusin The Drag happens here in Great Falls, Montana, every year, and they shut down the Central Avenue here downtown for 9 blocks, and there are literally hundreds and hundreds of cars down there. Yeah, it's Montana's largest and most attended car show, car extravaganza. Couldn't have been a nicer day on Saturday. Come on. What was it, 84-ish? Throw it up for me. What was the high there? All right, it is a Monday, May 5th. Is it really already May? It's a little past 8 o'clock. And thank you for tuning in to this morning's podcast. Remember to give this podcast a like. Right over here, there's a thumbs up over here. Give us a thumbs up this morning. And if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, that is right over there. Right there, the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified of any and all new content, and you could have a chance to win fabulous prizes. Yes, sir. Where's my prop? Where is it? There it is. This yesterday's? Sunday's? It is. And this morning's podcast is brought to you in part each and every Monday morning by our good friends down at the Great Falls Gazette. Great Falls Gazette. It's all the local news, Andy, that's fit to print, isn't it? It's local news, local reporting, real people from our right here in town here. We're going to call them last week. Where's my phone? It's locked up because we don't want it ringing during the podcast. I want to call them and see if a real person will answer. Are we on the cover? Let me see. Oh, no, we are not. So, hit it. Gonna buy 5 copies for my mother. Hey, gonna see my smiling face on the cover of the Great Falls Gazette. Oh, yeah. Get your copy today. What's in here today? What's in here yesterday? We had Crime Stoppers, America's Most Wanted. No, we are not on Crime Stoppers. Who's on? Oh, Natasha got arrested. Uh-oh. Oh, go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Like I said, it is Monday, May 5th. That means it is Cinco de Mayo. Yippee yahoo! Hey, boom, boom, boom. Pack my bags, don't be too slow. Shoulda quit you, baby, a long time ago. Left you flat, I'm going to Mexico. Barrel, don't try to stop me. Yeah, appropriate. Yeah, how appropriate to sing a little Steve Miller Band going to Mexico. Off of their Steve Miller number 5 album. I'm looking for that piece of vinyl, by the way. That's on the list. Yeah, Going to Mexico is on that album. I got it on the anthology album, but whatever. But everybody today, that's Cinco de Mayo. Everybody today is Mexican for some reason. We're drinking Corona, Dos Equis, I'm the most, whatever. Interesting man in the world. No, you're not. It's kind of like St. Patrick's Day, but without the green. Most people really don't know what they're celebrating. Most people what's the common misconception for today? Mexican Independence Day, how correct? Correctamundo! First of all, Cinco de Mayo literally means May 5th in Spanish. The 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo. That's what that means, the 5th of May in Spanish. And second of all, what happened today? Right. We have a celebration of the Mexican army over France. Yeah, that's over France in the Battle of Puebla in Mexico on May 5th, 1862. It was a turning point in the war. They were out, Mexican army was outnumbered, 3-1, almost 4-1? But they had 2,000 troops, and the French were, over 6,000? So that's 3-1. Why is there always math in this podcast now? I was told that once I started doing podcasts, I didn't have to do any math anymore. Anyway, battle raged on for days. The Mexican army prevailed. Yee-haw! Okay. A few days later, a national holiday was born. Okay. Oh, Mexico. It sounds so simple, I just got to go. Oh, Mexico. I'm thinking James Taylor. Yeah. Wait. Are we still on good terms with Mexico? I mean, come on, really? Are we celebrating Cinco de Mayo today? Or, of course we are. Americans will find any reason to get drunk. Any reason will do. They don't care. Yep. No, we're not. We're not. Are we or not? All right, throw it up there today. All right, today's poll is should we or shouldn't we? Are we or aren't we? What's going on with us and the southern neighbors in Mexico? All right, Cinco de Mayo's today. Do we like them? What's going on? Tariffs? No tariffs? What's going on? Okay. And are you celebrating? Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Right. Yeah. Boom! Listen to a little Tijuana brass, Herb Albert today. So, we were talking before the podcast about the next topic that we're going to get into, and what better way to get into this subject is to, so it's like we're back there in the 1800s, it's, the Battle of Puebla. So what would have happened if France would have not had people, but they would have had like a guerrilla, like superhuman fighting cross between guerrilla human army. They had a monster army, okay, like a cross. Right. You breed like gorillas with humans, and the offspring are the offspring are raised to be fighting machines, and would we still be celebrating Cinco de Mayo? The Mexicans would have beat a guerrilla army. Okay, I don't think they would have won the Battle of Puebla if France was a bunch of guerrilla human crossbreed people that were like, mutants. What do you mean that's far-fetched? Of course it's not far-fetched. We already talked about this morning. It's not for you. He's like, that couldn't happen. Well, you were the one that pointed it out that it did happen. Okay? It's not far-fetched at all. There's a name for it. Already it's called a human Z. A humanzy. Like chimpanzee, a humanzy, human Z. Yeah. But does it work? What do you mean? In theory, it's what are we going to call it? The humanzy is a hypothetical hybrid of a chimpanzee and a human. Okay, it's a chimpanzee human, kind of like a form of a human animal hybrid. Okay, now we already know that they're doing experiments with this kind of thing, but supposedly not with humans. Okay, have we tried to? Not only, heck yes, we've tried to. We have tried and tried and tried. Okay? Serious attempts, actually, to create, we have documented, right? We have serious attempts to create such a being like this ape human fighting machine. They were made by a Soviet biologist. I got his name right here. It's a Soviet biologist, Ilya Ivanov. In the 1920s. Okay? He's a famous, we looked this dude up. He's a famous Russian biologist. He was hell-bent. I'm going to do it. He's like, I'm going to do this. Creating an ape-like human fighting machine, and this was under Joseph Stalin. This was Stalin was in power, and we're like, what we should do? We should right. It's a living war machine for the Red Army is what he wanted, basically. I mean, Joseph Stalin. Okay, you got it in. You got the quote right up here. And I quote, I want a new, invincible, human, resistant, indifferent, following orders without questions, indestructible. Joseph Stalin, he believed that super soldiers could defend the Soviet Union, okay, and conquer the world. Okay, that's how Stalin wanted to conquer the world. Was right. It's not science fiction movie from the 50s. No, it's not. Okay. There's also, okay, we look at all this stuff up and reading it. There's reports of China possibly having some success in the 1960s. But that, yeah, when we seen that, we eventually started looking it up, and yeah, it was debunked. It was like, no, they didn't have success. Doesn't mean that they're not trying. Right. It doesn't mean that they're not trying, Anything in your wildest mind conception that you could succeed that China, Russia, American scientists could be concocting, they're probably already doing. They've already probably thought of it. You think about it, yeah, Andy, you're right. Yeah, it's like I'm laying around. I wonder if they've ever tried to breed like humans and apes and make big killing machines. We look it up. It's like, well, of course they've been doing it. Of course they've been doing it for quite a while. Over 100 years now. I mean, come on, crying out loud. Haven't these people seen any of the Planet of the Apes movies? I mean, like get real. It's like AI technology now. It's like everybody's like, hey, we're going to have robots doing this and robots cleaning your house. We got the movie with Megan Fox as a robot. We got sex robots. We got robots to do this and that. And, nobody's seen Terminator. I mean, come on. It's right there for you. Let's make apes and monkeys, put them together and make a new species. Really? You've never seen Planet of the Apes? Not the original? Have you ever seen the remake? Have you ever seen any of them? For crying out loud. And if you think, okay, and it's China, and you said China's doing it, and it's Russia, they're doing it, they're probably doing it in some secret lab in Eastern Europe somewhere. But, America, we're not doing it, right? Right? We're not doing it, Andy, right? 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 No, we're not doing that. We wouldn't try to make superhuman ape fighting machines, would we? I'm an ape man, I'm an ape man, well, I'm an ape man. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, come on. The Kinks were singing about it. They knew about it all the way back when. No. A prominent U.S. scientist has claimed that researchers in Florida succeeded in breeding a human-chimp hybrid, right, the humanzees, the humanzees. It was a long-rumored late 1930s research, experiments, evolutionary psychologist, what was his name? Throw it up there. Gordon G. Gallup Jr. What his dad was probably proud of him. Anyway, evolutionary psychologists, and those are scientists that study the theory of evolution, whether you agree with it or not, okay? They still study it. Just we study everything. He was renowned for his work in the 1970s and animal rights work in the 70s. Yep. He was the one that studied and gave us animals have personalities, ability to learn. Right, that was his studies. So, right. But he came out and said that a former university professor, Gordon said this now, said that a former university professor told him that a hybrid creature was born in a Florida research lab back in the 1930s. Okay? Now the story goes on, and basically the most stories goes on is that it's a female chimpanzee who is inseminated with human semen from an unknown donor. Right. What Gordon said is he was told that not only did that pregnancy occur, but the pregnancy went to full term and resulted in a live birth. Bullshit! Bullshit! Excuse me, I got some bullshit. Okay. Had something caught in my throat. Man. There's little reason. I mean, come on. All right? We're going to get into science a little bit down here, and they're saying, well, because in theory it sounds okay if we're that closely linked. But there's little reason. There's not much reason at all to believe that such an experiment ever successfully took place. Okay, though I have no doubt that they are trying it, have tried, still trying it today. Okay, what are you going to tell me? You can't do that, and scientists are going to say, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, they told us we couldn't clone, and guess what? I'll bet you they know how to do it, and I'll bet you yeah. What really, really, really goes on behind closed, locked doors of some of our black op government research facilities, and what goes on in other labs around the country, around the world. I mean, she blinded me with science. I mean, even though there's never been a verified sign, because if there was, you'd hear about it. You'd think. Right? You'd think. Never has there been a verified human ape hybrid. They say it, but we've never seen any substantiated reports. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. See them try to do it. Documentation. China's trying to do it. Russia's trying to do it. We're trying to do it, but nobody's been successful. They've been doing it they started in the 11th century, started thinking about this. This is a long time coming. Roman Empire, hey, why don't we breed humans with gorillas? Can you imagine the dude that got that job? Yeah, we got a girl for you. Kind of a gorilla, but Yeah. So, Why can't it work? All right. Simply put it, let's put it simply in stuff that is real easy to understand. All great apes have similar genetic chromosome structures. That's the building, as well as humans. And all humans have similar genetic chromosome structures. Okay? So, humans and the great apes are close, right, genetically speaking. Right, closely, but not, close but no cigar, genetically speaking. Humans have one pair of fewer chromosomes than the other apes. Humans have 23 chromosomes. The great apes, monkeys, baboons, orangutans, all that have 24. So, is it impossible? Not so fast, cowboy. We got screaming killer ape human killing machines coming right your way. Right, yep. In 2019. No, that's not right. We're not talking 1920s anymore, Russia. 2019, unconfirmed reports surfaced that a team of researchers led by Juan Belmont. We got Juan Belmont on Wikipedia. What is he? He's from the Salk Institute. The team, they successfully produced a chimera. A chimera is a group of cells that develop when they place in a pig or a sheep embryo to preserve or produce organs for transplant. You know that we're already trying to do organs for transplant, sheep and pig, and a chimera is when they get human cells and inject them and put them together. Okay, and that's what you get. And we have unconfirmed reports that they've done that. Okay, they've done the human cells transplant. It's been successful with the great apes. We've also learned when we looked up that Belmonte's research was exclusively done in China, wasn't done in the United States, even though he's from here, to avoid legal and ethical problems. What we're seeing is that they're trying, but they're not sure when they get. So we say what so they say. They're just a hop, skip, jump. What is it? A hop, skip, and a jump away from the gorilla, super gorilla killer. That's what they're trying to make. So we're all sitting at home while the gorillas are fighting each other. Human gorillas. They're trying to do it. How far? Okay. Just recently, didn't they bring back the dire wolf? Dire wolf, genetic manipulation. It's not exactly a dire wolf, but close. Okay? We know they're doing the cloning. Dolly the sheep, wasn't that her name? Yeah, so we know. We've known it. Okay? We know they're experimenting, trying to bring back woolly mammoths, trying to, all sorts of things. This has been going on for over 100 years. Right, they've been trying to match primates and humans for over 100 years now, science. Okay, China, Russia, France, America, we've all been trying to do it. Okay, perfect kill. We got a gorilla army and stuff. And, yeah, sure gives a new definition to the term urban guerrillas, doesn't it? Yeah, we got warfare going on in the city now. We got urban guerrillas. Yeah, but they're literally gorillas, people. Yeah, right. They haven't seen Jurassic Park either. So you guys been watching Jurassic Park? What happens when, you can't mess with science like that. So I thought it was interesting because we're all doing it. It's like we're a race. It was like the space race, and now it's the guerrilla killer army race. We wanted, the perfect super army. So, man, what do you think of that? They're cloning, they're bringing species back, they're trying to bring the saber-toothed tiger, the mammoth back, Why? It's like you got two living creatures. You don't think they could fix that one chromosome? I don't either. That's a big one right there. However, reports say that with enough, what is it, repetition, they find the perfect one, and then again, and once you have two and they pair, yeah, you're breeding gorilla army fighting, yeah. The gorilla army's here! Oh my God! I'm an ape man! I'm an ape man! Well, I'm an ape man! Andy, on that note, let's go celebrate Cinco De Mayo. We'll get our sombreros on. Dun, 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 dun. Remember, everybody, besides gorilla armies, spay and neuter your pets. If you have gorillas, spay and neuter them. Adopt, don't shop, foster, rescue, volunteer, and hey, adopt a shelter pet today. We're good, Andy. We are out of here. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.